anything that I wanted. So I am done. But I had another revelation that I wanted to share with you all. Not really revelation, it's just wisdom. I guess it is revelation. Okay, it's revelation. Another thing that you shouldn't do, like I did this for years. If you feel like you have to become someone else or be someone else around certain people, around, in a relationship, you can't be your true self. You feel like you have to scale back. You feel like you have to stop being vibrant, bubbly, talkative. However, you are genuinely, if you know yourself genuinely, and you feel that you can't be yourself, say for instance, you got a friend. It happens in friendship too, and relationships, family too. But this with everyone. When I talk, I'm speaking about everyone. Relationship, friendship, family, everybody's included. If you feel like you have to dull your light or dim your light, or you feel like you have to be someone else, you can't be as vibrant, you can't be outgoing or talkative. 777, this is a message here. This is confirmation for someone. Um, if you feel like you can't be yourself, you feel like you can't be who you truly are. You feel like you can't wear your hair a certain way. You can't wear your nails a certain way. You can't dress a certain way. Um, when you if you get around people, or if you're in a relationship and you feel this way, those people are not for you. Okay? Those are not your people. I don't care who it is. If you feel like you got to dim your light, you feel like you can't be outgoing, you feel like you can't be quiet. They want you to speak up and your original self is quiet. You're very reserved. Those are not your people. And it's okay. We have to learn to enter into spaces that are for us. And we have to learn to leave spaces and people that are not for us. Everybody's not for you. I had to learn this. Everybody's not for me, and it's okay. When you learn who you are, you're not going to want to be around everyone. When you learn who you are, you don't want everyone around you. You're going to be very careful of the spaces and places you go to. And it takes work because we're all overcoming things, overcoming struggles, overcoming different vices, right? We're all overcoming something. But once you realize who you are and you learn who you are and what you stand for, you're not going to tolerate people. And you don't want to be around people who are only tolerating you. It's going to be all or nothing. Yes, people are going to be rare. Um, your circle may get small, but I'd rather have a quality circle than a quantity circle. I would rather be around people who are good energy, energetic, good vibes, sure of themselves, right? I would rather be around people like that than just around a lot of people, just to say you're around a lot of people, just to have quantity and not quality. No, I would rather have quality over quantity. hmm But once you do the work on yourself, you will realize this. You will realize this quickly, and you will not be allowing people who just tolerate you in your space, and you wouldn't want to go in spaces like that. The best thing I could have learned is only go where I'm welcomed, not where I'm tolerated. I've learned that. to go where I'm welcomed and not tolerated, to go where I don't have to dim my lights. I can be myself, right? So you want to do that. And I know it's hard. I respect the young people. Let me lock my door. I hear some hollering. Let me lock my door. I hear some hollering. I don't know what they hollering for, but I'm locking my door. Usually I lock my door anyways, but I'm locking my door. I don't know if they playing around or what, but you won't be coming over here. Um, I respect and I admire the young people who get this early on. You know, I admire them. But so many of us don't understand this and get this until later on in life, after life experience, right? So if you don't feel good, if they don't welcome you, if you can't be yourself, if you know how yourself is, like me, and I don't, and it's another thing. I'm only talking about those spaces where really any space, but those spaces where there is a mutual, there's supposed to be, there's already a mutual agreement, right? Which means these people know you, right? Or you've been around them a long time, right? Because sometimes you can't show everybody your personality. See, I have strict boundaries with work. Everybody don't get to see the real me at work. Mm-mm. We keep that thing business. Keep work, work. Outside of work, I'm a totally different person. You'll think I got some type of issue. Work, I'm very straight, professional. Hey, get to the point. I talk to people because that's who I am. I'm myself, but it's not going personal. I'm not joking around too much all the time. No, I'm not doing all that. I keep work, work. How I am with my children at home. My kids know me as mom, and I'm a totally different way at home. Totally different. I have to tell them if my coworkers knew how I act at home, they'll be like, Monique, I'm totally different. I like to have fun. I'm silly. You know, me and my kids, we have our language, our love language, how we talk and joke around. We have fun. I'm always doing something, but I wouldn't be that way at work. Mm-mm. Everybody's not supposed to know you. You're not supposed to let everybody know who you are. They have to earn that. And see, that's what I used to do. I didn't have boundaries. I didn't let people earn getting to know me. You know? I didn't allow them to unlock layers as I get to know them or as I build rapport with them. Because I don't be trusting nobody. You can't trust people. People switch up. But you can tell certain rapport you have with people and you can, let them see certain levels, right? But not off the bat. I used to be so open. I used to be so open and just because I thought everybody else was like that. So open and honest and free, didn't hide anything. No, you get to earn that. You get to earn that. So um you have to let people earn. I don't like people being in my video. I'm trying to get it to where I don't like to record people without their permission. So I try to block, I try to put my head in the to block people, to block them. Yeah. Because somebody's always recording. We're always being recorded somewhere, but I don't like to do that. But yeah, um, let people earn getting to know you. But this is how, right? Let me tell you. Yes, when you meet people, you respect people, honor them, be kind, right? Treat them how you want to be treated, but everyone don't get access to you personally, who you are. I had someone tell me just a while ago, not recent, but a while ago. You were like, I didn't know you were, I didn't know you were this funny. I didn't know you were like this. No, you didn't know that because when I first met you, you had some issues going on. And you wouldn't get to see this me because, right? You wouldn't get to see this me because you you didn't come in the right spirit. Let me just say that. Whatever you had going on, you would never get to see that side of me. And you only got to see that side because I was with someone else that, we have that rapport and they were there. But people miss out on good folks because they want to judge. And I know that's what she did. She kind of judged me, had that little hating energy, like you don't judge, I don't judge nobody. I remember I used to work in healthcare and y'all don't judge me now. Don't judge me. I don't need y'all judging me. I don't need y'all talking about me. When I was working in healthcare, I used to work in registration, right? Registering, you have to in that area where that space where you ask people for copays. Like if they have insurance, you have to ask people for their copays. I didn't discriminate. Some people kind of felt sad. I didn't discriminate. I asked. If they didn't have legs, I asked. If they didn't have arms, I asked. If they were, I asked everybody because that's what we're supposed to do. And two, you don't want to treat people who are disabled as if they're not capable or human. And those people used to be happy that I asked. They were like, the other person didn't ask me. No, because I don't want you to get that bill, but I'm going to do my job. I didn't discriminate. I had enough sense to be like, you know what? Let me ask everybody because I don't want to discriminate because the man, in a wheelchair or they have some other issue because those people don't want to be treated that way. We can't project how we would be if we were in that situation onto others, right? So, but if that energy is not right, if they're not welcoming, if you got to change yourself to fit in, you don't belong. If you can't be who you are, you don't belong. You just don't belong. And I understand it's a time and place for everything. No, you're not going to be doing anything crazy, but you still need to be able to be yourself, right? You still need to be able to be yourself, which means you're not changing your tone, your voice tone. You're not what we call code switching. We're not code switching. Okay. I will clean it up because I know I'm country. I'm not going to code switch, but I'll put my endings on my words. Okay. And I'll try not to drag them out because I'm very self-aware. I try not to drag them out, but we're not code switching over here. I don't want to be feeling like I got to become someone else for what and to please who and by whose rules. Okay. And I notice that people gravitate to people who are genuine than those they can see who are trying to be somebody they're not or who are code switching or who being fake. No, I'm not doing that. I have more people drawn to me by me being myself than I believe if I were trying to be someone else. Because my true self is welcoming. I do make people feel welcome. I do have that southern hospitality where we include everybody. Everybody feels welcome. We're not leaving anyone out. Just how it is. But anyways, I have to go. Going to my favorite place. Going to my favorite place. I will talk to you. Hey, Kings and Queens coaching. How are you doing, dear? I'm getting ready to go. Go back and watch the replay. Oh, I would love for you all to purchase my book too. I just wrote a book. How to Play the Cards You've Been Dealt. It's on Amazon. Um, so I would love for you all to support me. I need to start saying it when I come. I'll be forgetting. You know how you're not used to like selling or pitching, but I need to get in the habit of that. I just wrote a book. It's an easy read. It's a good book, if I must say so myself. Very interesting. Um, yeah. So I would love for you all to go purchase it on Amazon. You can get it shipped to you 2 days, 1 day. If you have Prime, if you have Prime, you can get it quicker. But it's an easy read, and I thank you all who have been supporting my book. I received a few sales already this month. I appreciate that. I'm going to be setting some goals for myself with that book and another project that I'm working on. Um, how to Play the Cards You've Been Dealt. If you go to my bio, you can see it there too. Like how to play the hands you've been dealt, but I changed the topic. How to play the cards you've been dealt. Basically the same analogy, but different wording. And I provided like an analogy in the book, and I shared a story, but it's a good book. You'll learn more about me. If you want to know about me, you'll learn more about me. Anything that I write always will include me because I'm the author. um, yes, I'm the author, so it's my experience, right? So I would appreciate that if you all go support the book. I'm happy about it because it was self-published. I did everything myself. I wrote it myself, published it. Um, I didn't do the book cover. I paid someone to do that, but everything else I did myself. Yep, else I did myself. So I'm happy about that. Took some time, but I'm happy. I got it out. And this month I have another project that I'm working on. I will share with you all soon, but I would love for you all to support that. Okay, so let me go into my favorite place. Just want to come share that with you all again before I go home. You all be blessed, and